Welcome back in. The Toledo housing market remains competitive with prices rising, many homes still receiving multiple offers. Joining us now to discuss the latest local trends and explain why title insurance is an important part of the process is Eddie Campos and Jim Lindsay. Folks, thanks for being here today.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
So let's first of all start with what is the housing market looking like right here locally? I know it really varies from month to month, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. It's been challenging. It's been complex. It's been consistently inconsistent. So sometimes we've got up months and sometimes we've got some months that are down. But right now, home sales are up 15.8%. The average sale price is up 6%.
Okay.
So that's around 266,000. Average days on market is up just a couple of days. That's good news for buyers because now homes are lasting on the market a little longer.
Sure.
They can take their time buying a home, maybe even get a second showing before they make that decision. So those are the kind of things that are happening in our market locally and also nationwide and in the state of Ohio. Those numbers are starting to go up as well. So very complex, very challenging. That's why you need to make sure you got a professional on your side to help you get through.
Yeah, you don't want to be making poor decisions and getting stuck in some bad situations. But
Right.
is it getting more affordable? Are there tools out there? Are there programs and resources that can help maybe some of those even first-time home buyers?
That is a great question, and there's several ways to do that. So depending on the time of year and what area you're going to be buying in, there are housing grants that are available where you can help with your down payment assistance and closing costs. Right now, the National Association of Realtors just worked with the Senate and the House, and they got overwhelming bipartisan support on the 21st Century Road to Housing to create ways to help make housing more affordable. One of the things that is very critical about buying a home is having the proper title insurance, and that's one place you really don't want to scrimp on trying to save money, which is what Jim wanted to talk about.
This is where Jim comes in. Yes. So when I think of the title company, I think, oh, that's the place that I went to on the last day when I was closing on my home. Clearly a little bit more complicated than that.
Yes.
But it's a very complicated process. So I imagine that insurance is really important.
It is.
Yeah.
It's more important. I think a lot of people get the idea that we just facilitate the closing, shuffle paperwork around, and it's much more than that. Our role is really to protect the property rights of the homeowners, and we do a search of the history of the property. We verify ownership. We look for liens, unpaid taxes, recording errors, anything that could affect the real estate transaction. And if there's something that, basically our job is to identify and resolve any problems that could become someone else's problem after the closing.
Yeah,
and we
you
have
don't want to end up with that.
Right.
Yeah, as the
we have a
person
title
doing it.
clearing specialist that's devoted full time to working on those things as well.
Yeah. So what would the insurance protect against then?
Well, the insurance is important. First of all, it's the largest investment, real estate investment.
Yeah.
It's the largest investment for most people purchasing a home. And we're protecting against the financial loss as a result of a future claim coming up on the property. And even after the most thorough search of the property, title issues come up. Unexpected issues they can and they do come up. In fact, last year there was national title insurance industry. The underwriters paid over $670 million in title claims. So they can happen, they do happen, and 30% of those, over 30% of those claims were relating to fraud and forgery.
I was going to ask that because I feel like we get these calls in the newsroom all the time. Fraudsters out there trying to steal money from everybody these days. So that insurance can help protect against that too.
Yes, it can.
Wow. Okay.
And the two main areas of fraud that we see the most are wire fraud and seller impersonation. And these have been really on the rise the last 3 to 5 years significantly. And with wire fraud, what happens is you have a hacker that intercepts an email, creates fake wire instructions, sends that to the buyer, and then the buyer in turn sends those funds to the fraudulent account. And it's seldom recovered, those funds, so it's financially devastating for them.
Right.
And with the seller impersonation, that is where someone pretends to be the owner of a property, and then they sell the property illegally. And what they usually target will be vacant land that's owned by somebody out of state or out of county, and the closing is always going to be remote. And they've gotten very sophisticated with the fake IDs, the fake emails. The fake emails will usually have the names of the owners in there, and they're always pressuring for a closing. And you'd be surprised how frequent that happens in our industry. And that's where the extra scrutiny is required of the title company and to some extent the agents as well.
Yeah, the agents were working to close these.
Unfortunately, AI is one of those things that is not helping improve that situation.
Yeah.
Our office gets emails and phone calls on this probably weekly. We have around 120 agents, so it's not unusual for somebody to get an email that's asking for these things.
Okay, well, it's important. Make sure that if you're thinking about buying a new home here, think about that insurance with the title company. Great advice, great information, gentlemen. Thanks for being here today.
Yeah, great seeing you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, you too.